What's up, nerds? So I just finished Creature Commandos. As of recording this, I don't know. I might have finished it before. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but yeah. And I'm trying out my new glasses. Although every time I put them on, I just want to grab a pen and just be like Expecto Patronum. Let me close this window. Okay, so I have to admit that I did like this episode. It was very Yahtzee heavy, but that's fine, whatever. It had GI Robot, who I think is my favorite character on this show. I also do like Nina. I said that last time and everything, but this was GI Robot's episode. We got to see his past. We got to see why he was sent to Belle Reve. I like calling it Belle Reve. And so yeah, I didn't I did like this episode, but at the same time I just go, uh and then it did set up something at the end that I was just like, I am intrigued, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get to breaking this episode down and everything and tell you my thoughts, and then I'll see on the other side where I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. All right, here we go. All right, so in flashbacks, GI Robot joins the East Company in fighting during World War II. Sergeant Frank Rock makes his first appearance in the DCU here, and he is voiced by Murray Sterling. Now, while Daniel Craig is rumored to be playing him in the unconfirmed live-action Sergeant Rock movie for the DCU. Now, the rest of Sergeant Rock's crew consists of the Boys of East Company. Now, in the comics, East Company was the battalion that Sergeant Rock led to fight all over Europe in World War II. Now, they included Bulldozer, Sharshawn, Canary, Four Eyes, Bogman, and Little Sure-Shot. Flula Borg, who I love, voices the German Oberst in the Flashback. He has previously played Javelin in the Suicide Squad movie. Now, I have to say, I enjoyed this part. I liked how they were going through, and Sergeant Rock was all like, welcome to the team, and G.I. Robot. I love how he's just like, I'm here to kill Nazis and everything. That was fun. And I do like his almost like childlike behavior, if you will, when it comes to just killing. Now he's just like, I love killing, but I did like it. And then I just like how he's all like, we're gonna get the thing that's surprise and everything, and he's like, and then they hear the twig snap, and he's like, wait, and everything, and then what's his face is all like, get out of there and everything. And it sucks that so many of them had to die before GI Robot decided to step up, But and I did like after that they like, celebrated, and they're like, I don't care what you're made of, nuts and bolts, you're part of the gang, or you're one of the boys and everything. I liked that too. I like that whole camaraderie, that fellowship, of brothers kind of thing. I thought that was great. So we fast forward to the 1960s, where the US government hands the decommissioned GI Robot off to scientist William Magnus for study. Famous engineer Dr. William Magnus appears in this episode, and he mentions that studying GI Robot will help him create the next wave of automations. Now, his blackboard hint that he will eventually create the Metal Men. So, William Magnus is from the comic books. And I did like how he used GI Robot as a stepping off point. Now, I just want to say real quick, also, the Metal Men, I have no idea who. I didn't read those comic books, and I didn't read Creature Commando comic books and everything. So the only thing I have to go off of both those two teams is DC Nation, I think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they used to do these little animated shorts on Cartoon Network, I believe, and I used to watch those, and those are the only time I would ever see these things. So in this one, William Magnus is asking him, what do you like to do? And he's like, I like killing Nazis. And I'm like, yeah, we got it, GI Robot. And he's like, if you didn't, because he's like, that's my mandate. And he's like, if you didn't have a mandate, what would you like to do? And GI Robot doesn't answer him because killing Nazis makes him happy, which we'll get to later. So, moving forward in the 1990s, GI Robot is found in an antique shop by a collector, Sam Fitzgibbon, who accepts the former into his home. Now, eventually, GI learns that Sam is a part of a neo-Nazi group and carries out his directive to kill all Nazis and their allies. Michael Rooker voices Sam Fitzgibbons, who adopts G.I. Robot, and he is a longtime collaborator of James Gunn, and he is known for playing Yondu in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Sam and G.I. Robot watch the movie Dirty Dozens together. Now, the film follows 12 condemned soldiers forced into service as a crack commando team to undertake a suicide mission in Nazi-occupied France. And James Gunn has previously shared that the Dirty Dozen was a major inspiration for the Suicide Squad movie. And one of his posters is even a homage to that film. Now, first things first, I just want to say that I don't condone neo-Nazism at all in any way, shape, or form. But I did find something before you found out that Sam was a deplorable human being. I did find him charming. He found a friend, if you will, in GI Robot, and he found a family member in GI Robot, and I thought this part was quite charming. I was like, good for Sam. He found GI Robot. He put brought him into his home, turned him on, watched movies with him and everything. And then a small piece of me was all like, oh, GI Robot is finding family too. And then they go to their little neo-Nazi rally or whatever, their little group, and he's like, I thought you could help with the cause. And I'm all like, you were wrong. And as soon as the swastika pops up over the leader guy, GI Robot's all like, I must kill you now, or something like that. He's like, looks at Sam. He totally kills Sam, like, just willy-nilly. He does not give a shit about Sam at this point in time. And he's just like, time to die, Nazi. And then he just kills all those assholes. Like, and I was all like, I just wanted to be like, Sam, I mean, first off, you got what was coming to you, because you're a little idiot. And you brought, you didn't do your research, buddy, because you should have known that he would have killed you and your friends. But yeah, no, I thought that was really, interesting, that whole part. And yeah, so after killing Sam, right, among other neo-Nazis, GI is arrested and sentenced to imprisonment in Bel Rev. When GI Robot goes to prison, multiple DC characters can be spotted in the background. And these are all like D and C level villains and everything. And they are all monster villains, hence why they are in the non-human interment division of Bel Rev. Doom Patrol villain Animal Vegetable Mineral Man appears. Now, after falling into a vat of amino acids, he gained the power to transform any part of his body into a form of animal, vegetable, or mineral. And he first appeared in the Doom Patrol issue number 89 in August of 1964. And he also made his first live action appearance on the Doom Patrol series for HBO. Aquaman villain Fishman appears, and he uses a pressurized suit and high-tech equipment resembling fishing reels and seals rare artifacts. And he has a personal vendetta against the Aquaman family, and first appeared in Aquaman number 21 in 1965. Justice League villain Shaggy Man appears, and he is a monster created by Professor Ivo with super strength and the ability to adapt to any assault against him. And he first appeared in the JLA issue number 45, June of 1966. Wonder Woman villain, the Crimson Centipede, appears, and he was created by Ares to defeat Wonder Woman. In later canon, his origin was revised to Star Labs, creating him via trans-species modification for military application. And he first appeared in Wonder Woman number 169 in April of 1967. So he is sent to Bel Rev, right? And we saw all those, I mentioned them. I saw all those, D/C list villains. And then we just saw him sitting there, just the time passing by. And I'll talk about this later. But he just sat there waiting for the day he could do the thing that he just loves, his mandate of killing Nazis. And I was just like, okay, I kind of get it, nobody likes a Nazi, but I did also feel bad for him. I feel bad for GI Robot because he has this mandate. He can't do anything else but this mandate. And this mandate brings him joy. And we see that later on, and I'll talk about that. Well, we see that later on when he kills all of the sons of the Mascara. And I was just like, I think that it's sad. And it's sad that he had to wait so long to get the thing that made him happy. He just had to wait so long. But yeah, so in present day, Task Force M arrives at Victor's mansion and rescues Nina and the bride. But Flag realizes that it was a ruse for Cersei and the Sons of Themyscira to attack Rokstavik's castle. So they get to Frankenstein's mansion, right? And they go in, and the bride, she's got a table around. She's like, and they're like, oh, are they surrounding us? Oh, is it a trap? And they take off her thing, and they're like, no, they're not here. And she's like, why are you yelling? And she's like, because I wanted the tape off my mouth. I was like, that's kind of funny. And then they find Nina in a bathtub, which I was like, that's kind of, with barbed wire over the top. I was like, that's kind of funny. So she couldn't get out. But I was like, you didn't have to put the barbed wire over it because she wouldn't have been able to get out anyways because she can't breathe outside the water. So they find her, and I did like how G.I. Robot was like, friend Nina and everything, and got her out. And they're like, we need to get back to the castle. This was, a trap to keep us here so they could attack the castle. And so they hop in their van and they haul ass over to the castle, right? So the team returns to find the castle under siege, but quickly dispatches the Sons with G.I. Robot's help. And then Cersei, she destroys G.I. Robot, which was sad. And she nearly kills Rostovik before she is stopped by Weasel and Phosphorus. And the defeated Cersei, right, she claims that Task Force M has doomed the world by stopping her. So that was the end of the episode. But I just want to say, first off, so G.I. Robot, you just saw this big smile on his face when he was just killing Nazis and having a KO time. And I was happy for him because I was like, this is what he just wants to kill Nazis. Well, just let him kill Nazis, right? And then, which I'm just like, why didn't the FBI just send him to every neo-Nazi like group that they knew of? Like, they'd get away with. I mean, like, I'm like, whatever. Anyways, because you can't do that. You just can't go off killing people. But are they people? I don't know. Anyways, okay. So then, so Cersei, she's about to kill. Oh, she destroys G.I. Robot, which I was sad about because I did like G.I. Robot. He was fun. But then Cersei goes to kill the princess, right? And she almost does it, right? And the princess is like, I'll give you anything that you want. Just ask for it. And she's like, that's good because I want you to die or something like that. I can't remember it. And she goes to kill her. But then the Weasel pops up out of fucking nowhere and tackles her. And I just want to say right now, Cersei is a lot more powerful than this in the comic books, and she's a lot smarter. She's not this dumb. And I don't like that this show dumbed her down. But at the same time, I don't care. So he tackles her, and then she falls out the window, and he's like scratching her back kind of thing. And then Phosphorus comes up and grabs her face, and he's like, oh, I like a barbecue, and burns her face and everything. And she's laying on the ground and everything, and she gets up, and then the bride's all like, you wanted monsters, you got monsters, or something like that. I can't remember. And then she gets up and she's like, you've doomed us all, or something crap like that. And I am curious as to what exactly is what doomed them. Like, why is killing the princess so important? Like, I'm just very curious as to what's going to happen that the princess needed to die for it to not happen, And I have no theories. I don't like theorizing because if I'm wrong, I get upset about it. But sorry, I needed some libation. But I did like this episode. It wasn't my favorite episode, I'll be honest with you, even though I do like G.I. Robot, but I did like it. And I can't wait for the next one. Like I said before, but I always like James Gunn's writing and everything. Somebody called me a simp because I like James Gunn's writing, but I can't help what I like and I can't help what I don't like. And I like James Gunn's writing. I always have. I don't know what it is. Okay. But that's it. It was kind of like just a good fun episode. It wasn't too plot heavy in terms of like what's going to happen next with their mission, the monsters mission. But I am excited to see what happens. So we'll see. And I can't wait for next week. But overall, tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite part? Who is your favorite character? Were you bummed that GI Robot died? Or, but on all that good stuff. And what do you think that Cersei is talking about when she says that you doomed us all by not killing the princess, But tell me what you guys thought. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next Creatures Commandos breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.